He couldn't believe his eyes. His father, who had died years ago, was suddenly standing right in front of him. Before he could react, a group of men appeared out of nowhere and took his father away. Truman ran after them, but a football team suddenly blocked his path. When he finally broke free, strangers on the street began stepping in his way one after another. All he could do was watch helplessly as his father was forced into a car and driven away, no matter how hard he banged on the window. Confused and shaken, Truman went to his mother's house and told her everything. But she insisted he was imagining things, a hallucination caused by guilt. Years ago, when Truman was a child, he had begged his father to take him sailing. But during the trip, a sudden storm hit and took his father's life. Since then, Truman had been terrified of the sea. What he didn't know was that everything around him was fake. His entire life was a television show, controlled by a director since the day he was born. The town he lived in was a massive film set, and everyone around him, his friends, his co-workers, even his family, were all actors following a script. His father's death had been part of the plan, designed to keep him from ever leaving this artificial world. But seeing his father again planted doubt in Truman's heart. Still, his mother denied everything, leaving him confused and uncertain. The next day, on his way to work, his car radio suddenly malfunctioned, switching to a strange channel. As he drove down the street, he realized the broadcast was describing his exact movements in real time. Startled, he almost hit a pedestrian, and the radio reacted to that too. Then a loud screech filled the air, everyone around him covered their ears, and moments later, everything returned to normal. Truman began to notice more and more odd things. The world around him seemed to revolve entirely around him. He suddenly ran off, changing directions over and over, and finally burst into a building he'd never entered before. The people inside panicked when they saw him. He opened an elevator door and saw a film crew sitting inside. Before he could react, security guards grabbed him and threw him out. Stunned, Truman ran to his best friend Marlon's place, the one person he trusted most. He told Marlon everything, but Marlon laughed it off, thinking he was paranoid. Truman asked him to meet again after work to talk more. That evening, they sat together. Truman poured out his fears and suspicions, while Marlon spoke softly about their childhood, their friendship, and all the moments they'd shared. The sincerity in his words shook Truman's faith in his own doubts. What Truman didn't know was that every word Marlon said was being fed to him by the show's director through an earpiece. Truman finally gave up his search for the truth. But the next morning, when he opened an old photo album, something he found inside made him start to doubt everything once again.